Nobody is illegal here in the US. These are anti-ICE protesters waving Mexico flags outside the Naval Station Great Lakes near Chicago, where federal agents will be staging, but they are waving Mexican flags. We've just seen this clip here of the ICE agents already in the city, already in Chicago. Let's watch it.
What is going on? What is going on, baby? They is out here. What's the ICE? Oh, I'm not. It sure lives. What, he ICE? He ain't ICE? All right then. Yeah. What's that going on in Maywood? Okay.
Yeah. Those are the ICE agents being spotted on the streets of Chicago. Now there is another clip. All right, there's this clip. This clip is seemed to be Chicago mayor deployed every salt truck in the city to block ICE last night, to block ICE agents, because when the forecast comes for ICE, you salt the load until it melts. These are the ICE trucks, the salt trucks that are being deployed around Chicago. So allegedly by the mayor of Chicago, so that they block the ICE to access this.
Well, I guess the forecast in Chicago calls for snow. That's an awful lot of salt trucks. That's an awful lot of... I don't see this many salt trucks when it fucking snows. Blocking off Grant Park for the taste. Or something.
Okay. You don't see these salt trucks when it snows, but you get to see them when the ICE agents are coming in to clean the city. When they are coming in to deport the illegal aliens, then the ICE trucks are brought out just to block them from accessing the city, to block them from accessing the criminals. This is the leadership we have. And there's another clip here I want to show to you. All right, and this one is for Pritzker, the governor, is putting up walls around Chicago courthouse to protect illegal from ICE. Just watch this clip.
Chicago's building a wall. Actually, lots of little walls. Pritzker's putting up fences around courthouses and City Hall. Why? To stop Trump from sending the Guard and ICE in. Pritzker didn't want a wall to protect the country, or to protect the country from illegals. He's putting up a wall to protect the illegals and criminals from Trump. ICE is expected to launch a major operation in just a matter of hours, and the National Guard could be sent in at any second. The city wants to help, but a handful of people are ready for battle.
No more deportation. We shall not be moved. No more deportation. We shall not be moved. Like a tree that's planted by the water. We shall not be moved.
That'll do it. Chicago's got at least 150,000 illegals. Homan better clear his calendar.
Okay, will not be moved. No one is illegal, right? Yes, I agree with you. No one is illegal. But we have bad people. And bad people must be out of this country. If we allow these aliens to be in this country, they are not good for my life. They are not good for your life. All right? People are being killed. In Chicago, just the last weekend, over 50 people were shot. 70 dead. And now you say the city is peaceful? Some people are so happy for ICE to come in. Some people are so happy for the National Guard to be brought in, and they are calling for that, right? But the mayor and the governor don't want that. Let's first get this clip.
It's the yuppie white women in Chicago who want to scream about Trump being fascist. yet they keep themselves carefully, safely tucked away in Lincoln Park. Come to Woodlawn. And not the cute part. No, go past 63rd. Come to Auburn Gresham. Chatham. Inglewood. Get on your scooter there. And do it about 7 o'clock. Okay. If you're not going to do that, mind your business. It's the yuppie.
Okay. Some yuppie white women, some yuppie people are just there trying to deceive the world that Chicago is safe. They are just giving us clips from the park. Why not going down there in the woods and see exactly what's going on? People are being terrified. People are being smacked. People are being killed. People are being stabbed. People are facing the real problem. And they are happy they are calling in for help. But some people, like this video here, they're trying to paint a picture that Chicago is safe. Chicago, there is no criminals. Chicago is free from crimes. But exactly people who are on the ground, they know what's going on. First, look at this one.
And you know what doesn't happen in Chicago? People aren't getting pickpocketed left and right. Like, tourists aren't being assaulted. Tourists aren't being stabbed and shot. It's the fountain. They just missed it. I love when they go under it and all the people scream. I love when they scream. Like, look.
Okay, why whoever is against ICE, why whoever is against the National Guard, bring just this clip. They do bring the videos from here. Only this place. Why not other places? All right? Meaning in Chicago, only here is the safest place. Even them, they fear to go in the woods. They fear to go in other places because they know it's not safe for them there. When they dare go there, they will not come back. All right? That's why they only show us here. Why? Even Governor Pritzker, when he was showing us that Chicago is safe, he came here. Whoever's showing us videos, they show us here. You mean this is Chicago? Chicago stops here, starts here and stops there? No, Chicago doesn't stop here. Chicago doesn't really start from there, and Chicago doesn't really stop from there. So, people in Chicago really need help. Some people want to see a safe city, all right? But some people, mainly the leaders, maybe they don't want a safer city. And here is Governor Pritzker. Governor Pritzker is asking Chicago residents to film whatever they see happening in their neighborhood and in their streets and share it. Authoritarians thrive on your silence. Be loud for America. Yes, I agree with that one. We should not accept authoritarian rule here in the US, all right? And we should not pave the way for and we should not pave the way for authoritarian rule. I agree with you, Governor. But again, we need a safer city. We need a safer neighborhood. Look here. If ICE come in and terrify people who are here legally, that's a crime. Document them, film them, and they be accountable. If the National Guard comes in and start beating up people, start terrifying innocent people, fire them, film them, and they'll be accountable. But when they are against the criminals, bro, let the criminals be wiped out of this city. Let's first hear this clip from the governor.
To Chicagoans, what you can do is look out for your communities and your neighbors. Know your rights. Film things that you see happening in your neighborhoods and your streets and share them with the news media. Authoritarians thrive on your silence. Be loud for America.
Okay, we don't want authoritarian rule because it's no good. Okay, we don't want to see our National Guard on the streets everywhere. It's no good. But we want a safer city. We want a safe country. We want our lives to be protected. Bro, it's useless, it's nonsensical me to fight the National Guard, to fight ICE, but when I'm not really sure when I will come back home safe, when I will come back home alive and kicking, I might be just going out of my home and be attacked, beaten to death. Some people will come and hijack my car. Some people will come and attack me on the streets. Some people will come and enter my house. I gave a video recently where someone living in Chicago said bad people, illegal aliens are breaking into houses, but when they try to call police to come in for help, police doesn't pick. Or they say we don't have the resources to come to you. They don't pick, they are not there to provide security, and they are against the National Guard. They are against ICE to wipe, to clean the city. So what can be done? We don't want the National Guard on our streets. We are against the authoritarian rule, but we are giving the authoritarian rule the way to thrive. Okay? Because if we protect our people, if we protect our streets, if we fight the criminals and send them out of Chicago, how will Donald J. Trump, the president, get the guts to say, I'm sending in ICE, I'm sending in the National Guard? He would have nowhere to, no really strong ground to stand on to speak, to say that. But because you have failed your job, that's why he's standing up to say it, because he made an oath to protect the Americans. So if he failed to do what he's sworn in to do, it will be you to attack him, that you promised us you will protect us, and you failed. Now this statement is from Hillary Clinton. She says, it's not normal for an American president to send troops to American cities in times of peace. The Chicago document whatever you see and be loud for America. Yes, I support that. Let everything be documented. All right? Authoritarians thrive on your silence. True. Be loud for America. Yes. Governor J.B. Pritzker. Right. I agree with that, Madam Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. I agree with you on that. But again, we want a safer city. Yes, we want a city where everyone can enjoy life when we don't fear anything. Here is Mayor Brandon Johnson. Says, the president's threats are beneath the honor of our nation. But the reality is that he wants to occupy our city and break our constitution. We must defend our democracy from this authoritarianism by protecting each other and protecting Chicago from Donald Trump. Yes, I agree with you on that. But again, how are you guaranteeing security to the people living in Chicago? And he's just yapping on this post from Donald J. Trump. I love the smell of deportations in the morning. Chicago about to find out why it's called the Department of War. Remember yesterday, Donald Trump just signed an executive order changing from the Department of Defense to the Department of War. Now he's saying you're gonna find out why it's called the Department of War. Now we're having this clip, and there's this one here. Oh. Then this, I think this is AI, okay? Okay, now I think in Chicago, we don't need ICE, we don't need the National Guard, but we need safety, all right? We want to be an environment that is safe for every one of us. Our leaders are protected, all right? They are mandatory, they are mandated to security, they have security. When they are moving on the streets, at their homes, their offices, everywhere, they are protected. But we, the people, we are not protected. No one is protecting us. And we need to be safe in this great city. So how are we going to be safe? I think our leaders, they need to put down their fears. They need to rope their fears and they tie them down and do really what's necessary. We need to crack down the crime, right? We need to see that everybody living in Chicago is safe by wiping out all the illegal bad people. Those who are harming our people must be out of this city, okay? We need a city that is really free to everyone, the city that is really enjoyable by everybody, not for some, okay? Now, the governor and the mayor, they are protecting illegal aliens not to be deported, not to be accessed, but some of them, it's alleged, they are the one vandalizing the streets, terrifying everything, beating up people, stealing, snatching phones from people. But the leadership of Chicago says, no, we wanted them, we want to live with them because they are our people. Yes, right, they are our people. They need to be protected because they are human beings. But we need to pick those bad elements out of Chicago. Okay, that's what I want to yap about today, what's going on in Chicago and what the protesters are saying, what the people are saying. Just give me your comments down below. What you think if you are living in Chicago, really what do we need? We need the security or we don't? We need a chaotic environment. We need a chaotic society that we don't need the security. We just need to live with bad people, to terrify us, to beat up us, to hijack our cars, to enter, to break into our homes, to kill our people. Because just the last weekend, 50 people were shot, 70 dead. Just in the mere weekend. And we call that safety. Something must be done. And our leaders must drive out their eagerness and sit down on table, ask what can we do? How can we partner with Donald and do something for our people? All right? Maybe because Donald is a Republican and they are Democrats. So they don't want a Democrat. So the Democrats want to give equality to a Republican. Maybe it's that. But all in all, we are in this country. We are in the one boat. If we pray alone, we are going all to sink. So let's first think about safety. That's the key ground where we all must agree that do we need safety in Chicago? Yes. How are we going to provide that safety to our people? Then we lay down what is necessary and we go by that. If we say we don't need security in Chicago, we want to live the way we live, we want to be killed, we want to be shot, we want our houses to be blocked in two, we want to be attacked, we want to be beaten, we want our phones to be snatched. Okay, we go with that. But you first test it, go down the woods and experience what it's called being attacked. That's what that's it for today. Just give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Let's drive to 100 subscribers. Yep.
Daddy.